Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some Witcher 3. This is with, of course, the next gen update. The game has actually just received a hotfix. I'm not too sure what it's changed, but they fixed a few issues. But yeah, obviously I love the Witcher 3 and RPGs in general, so I thought I'll just live stream this one a little bit and see how we get on. I can see Vivi in the chat saying, first here. How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. So for the viewers that are just joining, I may as well go through the in-game settings. I'm sure you all be interested to know what I'm using. Okay, so let's start off with display actually. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160, I am using DLSS 3 frame generation. Also, in terms of graphics, all ray tracing is on. I am using DLSS at the quality preset, and I'm also using the DLSS 2.5 unofficial mod, so it's even better than it was before, so a bit more clear, less ghosting. Shout out to SK Hynix for Hijinks, sorry, for sending me the link and letting me know about that. And the rest of the settings are maxed out. The only thing I've disabled, of course, is motion blur. I'm not a fan, and everything else is ultra plus as well. So this is pretty much, as in my opinion, this is the best way to run the Witcher 3 next gen if you got like a 40 series NVIDIA card, because you're over 100 FPS and the game feels pretty smooth. SK Hijinks says, have a great stream, bang for buck. Thanks for tuning in, man. I've got Javine says RT's issues fixed. They did actually come with a hotfix today. I'm not too sure if it's fixed everything because I haven't looked at the release notes. Nikki McCain says, hi, do you ever use VSync? Yeah, I use VSync when I'm not benchmarking, but when I am, when I'm just playing personally, I use VSync because my refresh rate is 120, so there's no real point of going over that, and it saves power as well, keeps the GPU cooler. It makes sense. Oh, and thanks for the super chat, SK Hijinks, appreciate it.
Locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a Witcher.
A Witcher? Captain Peter Sugwin Levin is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
At the universe, thanks for tuning in. How you doing?
Huh. You black ones aren't so scary after all. Can even be nice if you want to.
Don't get accustomed, Nordling. To the tower. Go.
So Khaled says, is this max setting or with upscaling? It's max settings but with DLSS quality upscaling and DLSS 3 frame generation as well. In my opinion, this is the best way to play the game because the next gen update is very, very heavy. Anyway, let's go up the stairs and speak to this captain. But the game just feels awesome like this with frame gen.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the Griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
Need more information about this Griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislov. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the Griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Tamira and Mislov. Thanks.
Okay guys, as you know, I don't like to talk when characters are speaking, so I wasn't ignoring the comments. So I can see Minimi1231 says, do you think going from 6400 MHz RAM to 7600 MHz RAM would be a big difference? I wouldn't say big difference, but it could help with your minimum FPS, and of course, if you're playing at a low resolution, like a 1080p with one like a 4090 or 17900 XTX, you could definitely get a better utilization out of your GPU with it if you've got faster RAM. How much you gain, we'd have to see independent tests that quantify that, and it'd probably be on a game-by-game basis as well. So I guess they're just kind of introducing the the fast travel mechanic there. I need to go and find this guy and speak to him, so I was gonna call Roach. I think Roach always has difficulty in this area actually, so I'm just gonna walk out. Jake says, game doesn't even look that amazing to require such a beast card to run. Potentially, but you know how it is with ray tracing when you're using more than one form of ray tracing, so reflections, ambient occlusion and lighting, it generally makes things very, very heavy. Okay Roach, come on, let's go. So this is a new game, this isn't a new game plus, so my Geralt is very, very basic. It's basically got basic abilities. I don't even think I've leveled up yet, so pretty weak at the moment. Put my sword away. Guest of Gregory House says, is it fixed now? There was a I'm just gonna get off my horse and deal with these guys. So there was a hotfix patch that came out earlier today. I'm not too sure what it's fixed because I never checked the release notes, but potentially some massive issues have been resolved. And it's trying to quick. Come on, Roach, let's get out of here.
Move it.
So as you can see, with frame generation and DLSS at quality, the game's a lot more playable. If you try to play this at native with this kind of setup, at best you'll be getting like 50 FPS because it's so heavy. So obviously when CD Projekt Red made this update, they definitely didn't expect anyone to even attempt to play it at native with the current hardware that's available. So I think we just need to kind of get used to upscaling when it comes to heavy ray traced options. We're not quite there yet to be able to do it natively. in most cases, because in Control you can, with the 4090 now, you can play that in 84K and have everything maxed out and get over 60. So we have made some progress. Sandesh Dahal says, can I show the settings real quick? Yeah, for the benefit of the new viewers, I don't mind doing that, but I can't be doing this too often because it's unfair to the people that have been watching from the start. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 with DLSS frame generation on. In terms of the graphics, as you can see, all ray tracing options are enabled. That's reflections, ray trace shadows, and ambient occlusion. DLSS with the quality preset is enabled. So for those who don't know, that's around 1440p base upscale to 4K. There's also like a DLSS unofficial 2.5 update, which SK Hijinks was kind enough to point me to, and I've installed that as well, so things should be a bit more clearer, a bit more crisp, and everything else is maxed out. I'm also using Airworks, and that's on everything, not just Geralt, but on everyone, and everything else is at Ultra Plus, which is a setting that's been introduced with the update. So those are the settings, guys. Anyone else wants to know, someone else in the chat, please let them know what I'm doing. Speak to this herbalist.
Time.
Not at all. Hand me the beggar tickets, the red bloom. Well, well, one versed in herbs.
Probably saying too much, but I know a bit. For instance, that beggar tick's poisonous.
In large doses. Small ones soothe pain and bring forth pleasant dreams. Which is all I can hope to do for her.
Looking for buckthorn. Know if it grows anywhere around here?
Bottom of the river, where the channel's widest. But you do know that once out of the water...
It'll stink worse than a week-old carcass. Counting on it. I'm hunting the griffin. Need the buckthorn for bait.
I was thinking... A few years ago we had trouble, drowners under the bridge. The whole village had to pitch in for a witcher. Who now can afford the bounty on a griffin's head?
Captain Peter Sars... something.
Ah, good to know the Black One's looking out for our welfare.
Doubt Emperor Mir cares about you. But this captain just might. Seems like a decent man.
There are no decent men in the army. They're only orders.
Not from here, are you? A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who spent her life in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
True. And you're in a hurry. Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe we could have an interesting conversation.
Maybe next time.
Okay, so I need to go and get this buckthorn. I think there's a side mission with her. You can save a little girl from dying. You can give her like a Witcher mutation or one of their Witcher potion things. I think it's the swallow. Usually it would kill normal people, but there's a chance you can survive. And I think you actually end up saving the little girl. So if I get the option to do that mission, I will be doing that.
Freak.
Kev Machine says DX11, DX12. So in the top left hand corner, you can see my on-screen display. It says the words D3D12. That means DirectX 3D12. So I am playing in DirectX 12 because you need it to enable ray tracing. Yeah, this isn't too far away, so there's no need to use Roach. We have to go looking for some buckthorn now. I think the game looks amazing. It always has looked good, but I honestly think it looks a lot better with the lighting.
The black one's now a griffin. Guess it's true. Misery does love company.
As should travelers. Leave the village alone.
So there is still like a lot of like frame spikes here and there, but that's just the red engine. Hopefully they're going to move away to Unreal Engine 5. That also has its own issues, so we'll see what happens with that.
Must be out hunting.
Okay, let's use the Witcher senses to track this person. Some footprints here.
Trail's fresh. Mislov just left home.
Guest of Gregory House says, I really like how they rework the colours. I agree. I think the palette's good. There's also HDR now for PC. I haven't tried that yet. I will actually make a separate video with that. There The only thing is with HDR videos on YouTube, they can take days sometimes to be enabled, which is why I don't really do them so often, which is why I never do my gameplays in HDR, because all my content will come out like 3 days apart if that was the case. Okay, where are the footsteps? The footsteps end here. It's got to be something I can examine. There's a lot of blood here. It looks like something happened. Oh, here's the person. I'm just looking at them. Didn't realize.
You, Mislav?
Hear that?
Wolves? No. Wild dogs.
Yes. More dangerous than wolves.
I'm hunting bigger game. The Nilfgaardians the Griffin killed. Where'd you find them?
Ah, I see. You a witcher. That monster slayer they's talking about in the village. I'll show you, sure. But, I gotta kill those mutts before they hurt someone. Will you help? That is, if you don't mind blunting your silver blades on them.
Sure. Griffin's not going anywhere.
No. Dogs might, though. So step careful now. Come on.
These dogs been a problem for a while now.
Since the war started. Soldier on the march. He'll stop to rape a woman, strangle her, kill her man for a chuckle, even butcher a cow. But a dog, a kick in passing, no more. So these stray mutts form packs. They're gaunt, guts stuck to their spines, covered in scabies. But they just won't die, 'cause they're clever. More so than foxes. And they hate men something fierce.
So I'm using my PlayStation 5 DualSense pad. I prefer to play this game with the pad. I know it's good on mouse and keyboard as well, but I just do what's comfortable for me. PathK says, how's the game running after the patch? Honestly, this is my first time playing after the hotfix today, and I haven't seen a release note, so I'm just hoping the game's just more stable. I can't really speak on it.
Too late.
I would say the stability.
Attacked another one.
So the walls should probably have Quen, because they're gonna attack in packs. Let's kill these wild dogs. Last one. Okay, and sort of wild dogs dealt with.
Dieter.
You know him?
We served at the Lord's Manor together, where the Black Army's encamped now. He was a stable hand, I was the Lord's hunter. But that was before... well, a long time ago.
Before what?
Before they drove me from the village.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm a freak. Sorry. I'd rather not talk about it.
I'm a freak too.
Aye, but of another kind.
If it's lycanthropy, I can help.
What?
Lycanthropy. Werewolves. Handled a few cases in the past. It's usually a simple curse
The
that...
Lord's son, Florian, and I... we loved each other. Dieter walked in on us in the stables. They drove me away. Florian hanged himself. Lord started drinking, and the estate fell into ruin. That's the long and short of it.
Okay, fair enough, let's go.
So, can you show me where you found the Nilfgaardians? Griffin, know anything about it?
Much. Not my kind of game.
You're his kind, though. Survival instincts alone ought to make you care.
I walk silent through the woods. No griffin can hear me nor spy me.
Sorry, I don't like to talk over the characters. So M Ashan Mabin says, can it run on the 4K well on the 10900K and the 4090? Yeah, it should be fine. Let's see now. Devine says, imagine going from 1080 Ti to 5090. Yeah, that'll blow your mind. Make sure you upgrade your screen before you upgrade your card though, it'll be a waste. Yeah, let's follow this guy, see where it's going. So with frame generation, if you look to the top left hand corner, you can see my, basically there's a frame time graph and it's just super smooth most of the time. So, and if you guys want to know how it feels in terms of latency, they're basically not an issue.
One lay there, by the stump, headless. The other hung from a branch, guts splayed, stretching down to... Watch out for yourself now.
I'll be fine. Not the first Griffin I've dealt with. Not likely to be the last either.
Hope you're right. Good hunting now.
I'm not too sure how this game performs at 1440p. Could be an interesting test, but that's for another time. I just want to kind of focus on the game rather than experiment with performance at the
Ground's
moment.
black, saturated with blood.
Okay, what else can we find here?
Nilfgaardians were celebrating. Griffin interrupted them.
Okay, says I went from 1080 Ti to 4090 and grabbed the Alienware QD OLED. Yeah, that's a nice upgrade. So that's a meaningful upgrade. Personally, I kind of upgrade because it's like my hobby. I like to play with the new stuff. But it's not... Generally, if I was like not into it as a hobbyist, then I would probably still have a 3090 Ti right now.
These prints are older and deeper, heavily armored. Nilfgaardians probably.
Okay, is there a path I can follow? Yeah, there's some boots. I don't know if we can jump over there, so I may have to jump down. There's a chest down there anyway, so let's go and check it out. Some orange. Some linen. Come on, girl, get up there. Okay, the footsteps going off the path. I think you end up finding a place of power if you follow this route. It's been so long since I've played this game from the start, but you just forget how good this game is. Spain. They actually create a sword oil that hurts dogs more with full spin. Okay, what happens here? I gotta jump up again. So I gotta run across now. Okay. What the hell's going on here? So some honey.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least.
Let's see what we can find out here. There's a lot of bones.
Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the Griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Bones. Horse. Dog. Human. A few months worth.
So Louise Nunes says, what monitor do you play on? I play on a Neo G. I'm playing on the LG B9 OLED 4K 120Hz G-Sync Smart TV. And it works pretty well. OLED gives you a better experience than LCD when it comes to smoothness.
Been dead at least a week. Other Griffin must be a male.
His hair looked really weird with the lighting. I don't know if that's the intended result of the ray tracing, but it looks kind of funky.
Deep cuts over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on her while she slept. Beak tips worn. Gray hairs in the coat. 10, 12 years old. Griffins pair off for life when young. Male must be about the same age. Thick shaft, dense barbs. A royal griffin.
Okay, got all the information we need.
Explains why the male I ran into was so aggressive. Hunted the Nilfgaardians down here in the forest first, then started prowling the area.
Yeah, I agree. OLED's amazing for blacks. Just no backlighting whatsoever. All the pixels emit their own light. I've had my card, well, my screen since 2019. So for those who are wondering, am I worried about burning? Burning's not an issue, providing you're sensible. What I mean by that is make sure you enable a screensaver and try not to play long extended times, like 4 hours plus, without considering maybe taking a break on the screen, not just your own health as well. And secondly, the displays have options to deal with burning, like they have pixel refresh, and they also have a technology called pixel shift. So what it will do is it will shift the pixels like an inch every 5 minutes or so to prevent burning. So I need to meditate now and kind of improve Geralt's stats. Let me just drop my on-screen display. See now. 3 points available. What can I do? Let's see. Next level, fast attack damage increased by 10%. But what do I need for that? It's 1 point. Strong attack increased by 10%. That's fine. Reflecting arrows, slow time down while in using a crossbow. That's actually going to be pretty useful. I think I've got an ability as well I can use. I don't have any mutagens right now. Oh, 50% vitality. Okay, that's all I've got right now. So I've got to go and find some buckthorn, so I'll go down to the river now. So Sam Page says, what am I using to show performance? I'm using MSI Afterburner and RubyTuner statistics server. It has a overlay option or a on-screen display option through MSI Afterburner. With Afterburner, you can use it to kind of customize your layouts and manage the fields you want. So you don't have to basically look at everything. If you just want to know about your temps, your fan speed, and your core clock and memory clock, that's all you need to show. It's fully customizable, and I've basically made this layout to suit my needs. You can make it to suit your own. Okay. Not too sure how close this river is, so I'm going to call Roach. So this looks like quite a far way away. Johanna says, oh, there's modern day plasma when it comes to burning. Honestly, plasma was pretty bad, but I've had this TV for 3 years now, no issues. So, but I've used it responsibly. I can't speak for people that have like Sky News on all day or News Channel all day, because those have like really bright logos, and that's when you can get into trouble. So the river is down here somewhere. Just don't want to run into any trouble. Come on, Roach, jump. I'm not really overclocked my GPU right now. While I'm live streaming, I don't tend to run my overclocks. It's not really important for me. But I have put, I think, 100 megahertz on the core clock right now. That's it. And I've added a little bit of voltage. But other than that, it's pretty much stock. Find some buckthorn on the riverbed. See if this is the correct river. So I gotta get further down. I can leave Roach here. Let's run down.
Rest or comfort. Is that how we do it?
So when you're using frame generation, there is quite a frame spike when you come from your menu back onto the normal game. Other than that, it's pretty smooth for the most part. Let's find this buckthorn. It's really dark though, so I'll have to use my Witcher senses to find this. Okay, there's some over here. Let's grab a bit more. I'm not too sure how much I need. I think that'll do.
Should talk to Vesemir.
Okay, I've got to go back to that kind of tavern.
Something moved. Hey! Anyone home?
We speak to this lady.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived. Walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at my window, peering at the goings-on. He must have heard me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. Was right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Okay, very interesting story. What happened next?
Interesting. What hafpened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left, locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow, well, that he's lying there.
Okay, let's help this lady.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
We may have to use Alder to get through. Maybe we can just open the door. Let's just use Alder. Probably some dead bodies inside. Try and find this pan for her. I don't really need the pants, but we'll take the orans. Rotting flesh, don't see how useful that's going to be.
A corpse. Explains the stench. His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing.
Okay, let's just take everything we can. Try and find this frying pan of hers. Yeah, I can see the frying pan, but there's more stuff I need to examine.
Almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
Ah, the priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it. To make ink, write letters.
Found the pan of have ye?
Yeah, I found the pan. I'm sure this mystery goes deeper, but we'll leave it there for now and just get back to the main mission. So I can see there's like 107 people currently watching. If you guys are enjoying the stream, just do me a favor and hit the like button. It just makes the stream a bit more accessible to everyone else.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot, and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
A nice old woman.
Nice white fish for supper. Or a pie.
So Quim says, mate, how did you make your game run so smoothly with DLSS 3? Mine just stutters after stutter. What I found is, and I'm not sure if this is just an AMD CPU thing, but with my 5800X 3D, it's quite stuttery. And everyone that's told me they've had stutter issues have AMD CPUs, so I'm wondering, do you have an AMD CPU as well? Artemis says, bang, how do you get the game to recognize PS5 controls? With my DualSense, game thinks Xbox controls. I'm using the GOG version. I think that's got something to do with the version of the game. So you can obviously have Epic, you can have Steam, you can have GOG. With GOG, it just detects it fine. What you may want to try is, I'm not using wireless mode, I'm doing it via wired, so maybe that might be an issue. So, I don't know, just experiment and see if that cues it. Let's get Roach and get out of here now. Let's go and speak to Vesemir. Come on, Roach, let's go.
Heil Corsair!
It's kind of hard to get through this town with this big ass horse. But I think I'm already here. We're very close by, to be fair.
Good man.
Move it!
Field is that the other side of the river.
By the wood, or in Climmix. Good lad, Master Witcher.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of a Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two Witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse.
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss, standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up?
Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
Okay, let's make a move. The rest of me is just gonna run there, so I'm guessing it's pretty close. No point in using the horse. Vesemir's got some pace for an old man. Look at him.
stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
Majibu says no mods. The game comes baked in with mods. It actually comes with mods natively now.
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait scent will spread quickly.
Irene, I've got a whole video on an
Now
84K.
all we have to do is
30-minute
wait.
video. You can check
Come
that
on.
out if you
We
want to see
can
performance.
cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait, take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
A witcher with a crossbow? We breaking with tradition?
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
Okay, let's do this.
Watch out! It's about to dive!
You can kind of take it out with art. For some reason I couldn't use it. Probably use Yarden, to be honest. Quite naturally. This thing is so strong.
Damn! It's fast!
Yeah, I can see that. Let's use some coin again, just in case. Actually hit it on target. What the hell? Why is it floating in the air like that? Square again. Such a low level, I'm a bit nervous about my health.
Who's next? Don't let it get away!
Gotta chase it down. More invested here. Come on, let's see what you got. Vesemir could use some help here. Try to use Yarden on it. Some good hits on it. Stronger than I remember. Probably should use a crossbow at this point. This is Quen. Okay, we took down the Griffin. It was a good fight.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Not a Witcher, unless he doesn't want to live long. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Okay, time for the trophy. You have to wait a little bit before you can select it. Nothing's happening. Let's walk away from it and walk back to it. See if it allows me to take the trophy down. I remember this being a glitch early on in the game, like trying to collect the trophy was an issue. It looks like this glitch may still be in the game, and that will be disappointing if that's the case. Let's try meditating, see if that fixes it. Wait an hour or so. Yeah, it might be a bug, because I'm meant to be able to just take its head, and perhaps I gotta use my Witcher sense. I don't think so. Usually just walk up and press X and you can just take its head, but nothing's happening. So it might be a bug. It says go to the marker on the map. Yeah, this is the marker. It's the Griffin. Oh, it's this thing. I see what you're saying. What is this? Okay, so the trophy's actually not on the Griffin, it's just wherever this shiny stuff is on the floor. Okay, but in DX11 you can't use ray tracing, so it's up to you what you want to sacrifice. Anyway, let's go back to the Nilfgaardians. Where's Roach? Come on, Roach, let's go. The water looks so much better now with the ray trace reflections.
Hey-ya!
Gang of wolves here. Okay, let's see what these guys have got. are actually pretty high level, so I better be careful.
Not bad.
Okay, there's a chest here. I wonder what's inside. Yeah, got some good stuff. Yeah, that's everything.
Go on, Enkazer! What the hell is this?
Rye.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
No, I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
Oh, no, no! By the gods, no!
What?
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Man, they really are whipping this guy as well. Okay. I've got to meet Vesemir now. So there's like loads of like side missions you can do before, but you can always come back as well. Let's go and try and meet Yennefer. So imagine we advice benefit, turn off all special effects, turn off sharpening, increase gamma to 74. Yours origins 49 are way too dark. 74 is perfect. I don't know, it looks fine on my OLED. The gamma all depends on your screen. I mean, can't say it looks bad on my end, so I kind of like it the way it is. Let's get Roach and get out of here.
Everything's gonna be fine.
I'm just gonna walk from here. There's a side mission I can do here as well. I'll come back to that another time.
Jennifer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Tamaria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
It's all about to kick off now.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Let's deal with these guys.
Too late to surrender.
Oh, that's the main finish this guy.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
It's not much for trying to help
So
people.
much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can't we take a moment
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
I would increase the gamma, but it looks perfectly fine on my OLED, so no point for me to change it. Those D1 Gaming, thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you in the chat.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then... We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Wild Hunt doesn't play.
Begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
It must suffice.
Thinkemere cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine. Do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
How goes it? Preparations for the audience proceeding as planned?
Yes, General. The gentleman will be more or less presentable.
Who's this guy? He a barber too?
No. Morvran Vorius, commander of the Alder division. Yennefer's escort. They were my men, all of them. Indeed, were, for none have returned to Vizir, have they? I truly wonder what happened on the road yesterday. Perhaps you could enlighten me. You have time, and a razor to your throat.
Wild Hunt killed them.
A cavalcade of wraiths dashing across the night sky. These omens of war the peasantry bubbles about. Expect me to believe that.
Frankly, I don't really give a damn.
Nordlings. We can bathe you, shave you, and clothe you, but teaching you manners, that will be a challenge.
Nice meeting you too.
Done. Shall I shave him once more, against the grain?
No. He himself is very much against the grain. That's enough. Farewell, Witcher. Or rather, see you soon.
Good. Now the gentleman may dress. Sadly, I did not receive exact measurements. If the garments chafe, our tailor will adjust them.
We'll go with black.
Black, black, or black?
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Okay, let's see. Let's go with the one on the far left. Okay, I think that's it.
Black suits the gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That, sir, is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner. Not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
So, leg extended. Right hand on the chest, left leg.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. Once more. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
Does it even give you an option?
Rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your Arch-Magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect. Imgrimi et art kerzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep do orde.
Welchen Namen? Wat gern favor? I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cyrilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Lighting sure does look a lot better now with the ray tracing. It's the way the candles light in specific areas rather than everywhere.
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman...
disgusts.
...need not bother.
SpongeBob says, can I do a documentary? What do you mean? Do you mean like a playthrough of this game? Not sure if I have the time, but I'll try and live stream when I can. Someone asked, is this the first time I've played Witcher 3? No, I've played Witcher 3 many times.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elan. Not only am I made to wait here like some supplicant.
Ratsliden enekt es tun es saur an
Es sieht F's. Finster nein macht.
See, there's 134 people currently watching, so if you guys are enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. It helps with the visibility of the stream, brings new viewers to the channel. Where did he go?
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Okay, let's go and speak to Yennefer.
Yes, then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the church of...
Geralt, that tunic, you look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
So SpongeBob says, bro, where did you buy this gaming system, online or offline? I buy the parts online, I build it myself. So I don't really deal with pre-builds. Nothing against them. They are convenient, but I think that's part of the fun. Just making something that's personal to you. Let me go and grab my weapons and get out of here now.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'll probably try and live stream sometime tomorrow from the same spot, same time, and try and continue with this and try and almost do a playthrough of Witcher 3. So thanks for watching, thanks for everyone that's tuned in, thanks for all the new subscribers as well, anyone that's just joined to the channel, welcome, and I'll see you guys in the next video.